Hi, I'm Jenny Barrett from Hot Mess Bookkeeping, and today I want to talk about why you shouldn't try to clean up your books before you hire someone to clean up your books. It's so tempting that when you have a mess that you don't want to show it to somebody. So you feel shame, embarrassment, disappointment in yourself. It just feels bad to you to be to admit to someone that you're sitting there with a mess in your books. Just like if you had a messy house and you don't want to show your housekeeper. If you're hiring someone to help you get organized, but you really want to organize before you let them into your house because you know that they're organized and you don't want to let them see how unorganized you are. It's the same thing when it comes to bookkeeping. You have had your business grow fast and you've just lost track of time in being able to work on it. Maybe you've had some illness that has caused you to stop being able to do it. Both of those happening at the same time, that's a killer. Maybe you've had a big life change, marriage, kids, new house, breakup, anything like that. All of that disrupts how your routines and your habits go, where even if you were really good at keeping up with your books, suddenly you're not, and you're getting more and more behind. Or maybe you just didn't know where to start in the first place, and so you've been working your business and just kind of hoping that it would get better as you went along. Um, Maybe you're checking your bank balance, and that's the only way that you're tracking your books. And I want to tell you, it's okay. You're wherever your books are, you're probably having this little niggling thought in your head that you have the worst books and that someone like me has never seen books as bad as yours. And I'm here to tell you, I've probably seen worse. I won't say guaranteed. I'm sure that I could be surprised at how bad a set of books could be. But I have seen 7-year cleanups. Real life people, that was a quick pause. So the messiest books I'd ever seen was a 7-year cleanup. If you can beat that, awesome, let's have a conversation. Otherwise, I have seen books that are messy, embarrassing, frustrating, and you know what? I stop and look at them as the puzzle. I love to figure out how all of it weaves together and to bring you out on the other end where you have clean books, you know how much you spent, how much you made, what your real bottom line was, how much profit you actually made, and have the information so that you can actually make business decisions, realistic business decisions, and not just based off of whatever is sitting in your bank account. And I love doing that. So things that can, I think I already talked about this, but things that can make this worse is ignoring it. Trying to clean it up yourself. Honestly, you don't have the you don't have the professional experience. You don't live and breathe bookkeeping. So trying to clean it up yourself can sometimes make the mess worse. It's unlikely you're actually going to succeed in getting it cleaned up. Again, if you have an undeposited funds issue, you're almost certainly not going to get it cleaned up. That's a QuickBooks thing, and it's a whole mess to get cleaned up. But it's easy for the professional. When we've done it over and over again, it's not hard. But when you don't have the experience, oh my goodness, it can be so frustrating. The thought of cleaning up the mess and the fact that the mess is sitting there in your business, it's sitting there and it is causing more stress than is worth. If you're a website designer, you can whip together a website faster than I can even imagine it. And just the thought of trying to work on a website is totally overwhelming to me. Thinking about doing brand design, for me, that's totally overwhelming. Having somebody who knows how to do it and walks you through the steps takes that stress and just releases it from you. It's the same thing with bookkeeping. You're sitting there needing to make financial decisions now. You need to be able to decide, is this company making me money or is it losing me money? Do I need to be selling more objects? Do I need to be reducing my expenses? And you can't make those decisions while you don't know what's going on in your books. And then, of course, tax season's right around the corner. We are only 2 months away from the tax deadline. And you want to be starting way earlier than that. And the longer you wait, the harder it is to get access to a pro in time. And you need to have the books that are ready to go so that you can hand them over and they're not charging you to clean up your books. So, when I get started with a client, I gain access to your books. I look at your bank accounts, your bank statements. Always read only. I'm big fan of separation of duties, so I don't touch how to spend money. All I do is touch where the money was already spent. We make sure to understand all of your accounts and evaluate your current books and financials and where you're at. And then we make sure we can use that current file, or, as I had said before, do we need to start from scratch? Sometimes the books are just so tangled and convoluted that starting from scratch is just so much easier. And then we get started. For timelines, it can take anywhere from, if it's a really quick one, I can do it in less than 3 weeks. From start of onboarding to having your previous year cleaned up. Some bigger ones, it can take 6 weeks. It just depends on how big and messy it is. But we can usually get it done pretty fast, and way faster than if you were trying to take time out of your business and time away from what you love and what you do. Trying to do this, how much time are you going to waste trying to do this? So, if you're interested in learning more about the next steps, I am going to stick my link in the comments, and you are welcome to book a call. Or if you have questions, drop them below or message me. And I'm totally happy to chat with you. My discovery calls are no pressure. I love to chat with you, make sure that I'm giving you value. I want to make sure that you leave having a better idea of where you're at now and whether or not you're ready even for a bookkeeper and whether or not we're a good fit. So, let me know if you have any questions. Later this month I'll be doing, or later in the next 30 days or so, I plan to do a live that includes questions that you asked, so make sure to comment below, and I will talk to you soon.